Hey, what up? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Jeannie, and you already know what it is, so let's just get into it. We're going to be doing the word of the week. The word of the week is for everybody, collective energy. It's basically the things I have been told, the downloads I've gotten, the messages I've been told during the week that I have not told anybody about. So I put them all together and then I make one video at the end of the week, and hopefully the messages and the things that I say can help you in some type of way, okay? That is the word of the week. The word of the week talks about, the word of the week today, we're going to be talking about redemption songs, okay? Because when I heard the Bob Marley redemption song like a couple days ago, this is what sparked the series of intuitive downloads that made the word of the week today. So it started off with Bob Marley redemption songs, and I started thinking, like, what is a redemption song? And it brought me back to like Negro spirituals and just our old music that inspires people, or old messages, stories that inspire people. Because often when you get redemption, often when you baited out of something, all you have left is the words. All you have left is your story. All you have left is the emotions that it made you feel. So as soon as people gain freedom, as soon as they get redemption, they often make songs. They often make books. They often tell people about it. They often want to sing about it. They often want to talk about it. That's a redemption song. So when I heard that, it automatically gave me more intuitive thoughts that this is the redemption time. We're going through a redemption phase at this time. And redemption can look different for different people. For instance, when I was thinking about it, I had another intuitive download about how God died, okay, how Jesus died and he rose again 3 days later. And then he started singing his redemption song. That's the download that I got, that sometimes death is how you get redemption, okay? Not literal death, but sometimes endings is how you get redemption. Sometimes you have to go around looking crazy, sounding crazy, fighting for something crazy, and then it has to all be over in order for you to get the redemption. Like, for instance, there's many stories about Noah, the ark. There's many stories over a time where people were told things, they looked crazy, and when it ended, then everybody realized what the truth was, and that person who was looking crazy got their redemption. Okay, so redemption songs look different for everybody. Redemption energy looks different for everybody. Sometimes it's about letting go. Sometimes it's about letting things die. Sometimes you're fighting, okay, you're fighting for something because of false information, okay? Another part in the redemption song is no one else can free our minds. No one but you can free your mind. We were recently placed in mental restrictions. We were placed with false prophecies. We were placed with illusions. And we have come into the time where everybody can see through illusions. It is up to you to free your mind and see through illusions. So if we were in an illusion that you had to do something, that if something ended, for instance, if you're fighting for something to keep going because you think you need to make sure this keeps going, like if you're in a dead-end job, but you love this job and you can't see any other way to change or make something happen, sometimes when you have no other way, death is the way. The ending is the redemption. Loss is that redemption. Because sometimes in this world, we are put in an illusion that we have to fight, that we have to keep something going, that we have to do it a certain type of way. But the universe works in a lot of mysterious ways. And because people put restrictions on our mind and our emotions, it's up to us to free the restrictions in our mind so the universe can come in and create whatever we want in a way that is not restricted by our mindset. So this is giving me the energy of redeeming yourself sometimes looks like failure. Redeeming yourself sometimes looks like the end of relationships. Redeeming yourself sometimes looks like ego deaths, falling from grace. Redemption sometimes looks terrible. And it sometimes leaves you with nothing but your words, nothing but the story, nothing but a song. So we're living in a time where redemption is the ending of things. And some of us are holding on to that belief, holding on to that job, holding on to that mindset, holding on to what we perceive as what we should do, instead of letting go and allowing the universe to do what it does best, which is make something out of nothing. The universe is a very abundant energy. Once you understand and realize the wave, the unlimitless, abundant wave that the universe puts out at all times, it is life and it creates life. And once you hop up onto that wavelength, you know that endings is simply a beginning, that nothing should be a struggle, that sometimes when something is a big struggle, it's forcing you to end, and you should go with the flow of things. Because when you look at something as an ending, what you look as an ending could be what the universe needed to create a beginning. So we have to change our perspective over everything that is happening at this time. I feel like it is up to us to realize what's going on. And then another part of the redemption energy is that your hand has been made strong by the Almighty. If you listen to the Bob Marley song, I'm just quoting lyrics, but the part about my hand was made strong by the hands of the Almighty. So death shouldn't scare you. You feel me? Losses shouldn't scare you. Destruction shouldn't scare you. When you are made strong by the Almighty, when you have faith of a mustard seed, when you have faith in something, you know, even when something ends, even though it looks terrible, that this is all a part of the plan. Another part of the song, they say it's all a part of the book. Bob Marley says that death is a part of it, and some people say it's all a part of the book, it's all a part of the journey. And that's true. That's the energy I'm getting, that parts of our journey in redeeming ourselves has to come with losses, ego deaths, failures, being seen as crazy, speaking and telling people things that go against the grain, nobody agrees with you, being outcasted. These are the steps to make you alone. And once you get alone, it's up to you to free your mind of that program. Sometimes we are put through things in life so that we are separated from people so that we can get closer to God or closer to thyself. Okay, if you're spiritual and you're religious, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Because I talk a lot about religion, but I'm a spiritual person. I don't follow religion. I just believe in God. But sometimes we are put in the position to be alone, to know ourselves and recognize programs within ourselves so that we can free our minds, okay? Work on our mental health, work on ourselves so that we can see the programs, we can see things for what it is. Because when you're surrounded by people, when you're surrounded by your situation, when you're inside of the world, it's really hard to see the big point, the big perspective. And that is how that they are getting us at this time, okay? Because we're in a time, like I said earlier, we're in a time where we can all see, we all know it's really hard to trick us. So the next thing that they do is try to emotionally fuck with your mind, okay? They try to, if they can't fool your mind with illusions and with your sight, they try to fuck with your emotions and your mental state, okay? They try to distract you. We see examples of this over and over again in our society. Everything that I say is alleged, okay? Everything that I say is alleged, but we see this playing out right now. I've been saying this in a couple of my readings, how Kanye West right now is being distracted, okay, while his kids are being programmed on some other shit. He is being distracted by that woman, okay? Y'all can come for me, I don't care. This is all allegedly. Kanye West is not gonna watch this video. I doubt he cares what I'm saying. I'm just using him as an example, all right? We see examples of men being distracted while their children are being programmed, while their children are loose. Okay, we see the main image of Wendy Williams, how somebody went from speaking the truth to somebody who was mentally conflicted and being stolen from, laying in bed all day. This is what's happening around us at this time. We're being distracted. We're being mentally messed with, so then we lay down and accept things. We're being mentally programmed and mentally, destructed, so then we can't talk, we can't say our truth, we can't sing our redemption songs, so that we're seen as crazy. We're seen as you can't believe the things that we're saying. Because if Wendy Williams was to speak out at this time and tell everybody that there are people doing witchcraft, that there are people using weapons and things to dilute her mind, she would sound crazy and nobody would believe her, because they have put her in that position to look that way. This is all allegedly, all right? This is all allegedly. But we need to look at the examples of the shit that's going on in our world to realize how that applies to us in some type of way. There's a lot of people here. There's a lot of prophets. Another part of this song, redemption song, another part of it, they talk about how long will they kill our prophets while we stand around and look? Okay, our prophets are being taken out and we're just all standing around and looking, and we need to learn from their example and learn and see what's going on and apply it to ourselves. Those are just two prime examples that I have. But also the bigger example is the shit that the government does, right? And then the shit that they continue to do right in front of our faces, while they mentally conflict us to believe that we have to go along with it and that we have no choice and no rule. This is what's going on at this time. Okay, they can't fool you anymore, so they're trying to distract you. They're trying to destroy your mind so that you can't fight back. This is taking place through many avenues of many different ways, but our prophets are being killed. Our examples are being taken out. Our leaders are being distorted at this time, because we can see clearly there's a new way of attacking us, and it's up to us to see that new way, okay, and move in a certain way where we cannot be influenced by the new level of deception, right? New levels, new devils, and the new devil energy really wants to conflict your mind, all right? They really want you to take yourself out. They really want you to give up on yourself. They really want you to destroy yourself from the inside so that you look crazy. You feel me? Nobody believes you. You can't speak out on things, because if you do, you're gonna sound crazy. This is what's happening at this time. And it's up to us to see through the facades. They're not gonna get on the news and tell you about all the witchcraft and the things that were done to people to make them look crazy. No, they're just gonna show examples of this person looking crazy and then speculate on why, to distract you from the real reason, okay? And the real reason is we are all connected to the unlimited, abundant source energy at this time. Okay, the people in power, the people who have more, the people who are trying to confuse people already know about this. It's often the ones who feel like they have no choice, feel like they're stuck, feel like they're fighting for something, that are not tapped into the limited abundance energy, because they feel that lack. They feel, if I don't go to this job, my life is going to be ruined. I can't pay these bills. You're putting restrictions on yourself through illusions placed on yourself based on fear and the things, programs that they are putting us in. Okay, and it's up to us to free our minds, because there are some people out here who are fighting for scraps. Okay, and if you were just to free yourself responsibly, I'm not telling you to ruin your life, but if you were just to free yourself and allow the universe to answer your problem in any way that they choose to, instead of the way that you want them. You can go with that flow of abundance, of that abundant, unlimitless source that I was talking about. Because once you put restrictions, you are not in that abundant energy. Okay, once you put restrictions on your mind, you're automatically tied off from the abundant energy. Okay, so this is the redemption energy. This is what I'm trying to say. Our leaders, our prophets are being killed in front of us because they are being distracted by the new programs and the new things. But we can look back throughout history at old redemption songs, old teachings, old messages, to see and recognize the programs that are being played, because history repeats itself over and over again. These tactics may seem new, but they're old and recycled, and it's up to us to free our minds. The energy has always been here. The unlimited source of abundance has always been here. We have just been mentally locked away from it. And with this redemption energy, there's going to be a lot of death. There's going to be a lot of loss. There's going to be a lot of change that happens. And you may come out with nothing. You may come out empty-handed. You may come out with nothing more than a story to tell. You may come out with nothing more than a song to sing. But that is your redemption, because you are free. Okay? So some of you are waiting for a blessing. You feel me? Some of you are waiting for a blessing. You've been asking for a blessing. You've been waiting for a blessing. You've been asking for a blessing. You know that something is ended, and you don't even realize that this is your redemption. Okay? Your blessing comes from singing your song. Your blessing comes from telling your story. Your blessing comes from spreading the message. Your blessing comes from turning whatever you went through into knowledge that is shareable. Because once you start getting on that wavelength and waking up other people, you are tapped into that abundant energy. And I'm telling you, the universe will respond to you. Okay, just like Christians say, okay, they talk about their testimony all the time, because that is their blessing, that is their redemption. It's not about like a payout. It's not about the karma somebody gets. It's not about if you win or lose. It's not about who is still at that job right now. It's about the song that you sing afterwards. It's about what you have when it's all over. And sometimes having nothing but a song is your blessing, because you could have had way worse, right? Yeah, so that's the energy at this time. I feel like the universe is trying to get us to embrace loss, change, death, embrace coming out of something. You may be in a worse situation when you come out of something, but at least you're free. At least you have your redemption song. At least you have your mind. At least you have your soul. That's the last part of it. There's so much of us that care about our belongings, that care about our image, that care about our status, and we hold on to things that are wearing us out, that are destroying us, that are keeping us in lack energy, but we care about that image so much that we won't let it go. And to free yourself, sometimes you have to let it go so you can redeem and get what you're really supposed to get. Okay, like I said, it goes back to the getting. Sometimes an ending is the redemption. All right, because what comes after that is knowledge. And once you apply your knowledge to your next situation, there's no way you can end up back in this situation unless you didn't learn that lesson. So it's all about learning a lesson, applying that knowledge, telling your story, your message, your song, turning it into something that you learn from, something that's inside of you, letting it be your power, okay? That's your redemption. That's your blessing, is using your story as your power to move forward in this abundant energy, and the universe will respond in the way that you want them to, because you have now tapped into the unlimited source of the universe, instead of placing limits on yourself, your mind, and your manifestations. So yeah, that's the word of the week. You feel me? Yeah, I feel like I was rambling a little bit, but I hope that y'all got the point. I'm getting better and better at the word of the week as it goes on. I have no notes. This came as improv. Okay, I took a couple notes, and I allowed Spirit to talk through me and intuitively speak. So yeah, I appreciate everybody who listens to me. You feel me? Watch my videos, give me love, support what I do, because I'm out here like I say every video, I'm out here just doing what I told to do, and I hope that it actually like helps somebody out there. So yeah. It's time for redemption. Don't fight it. Just go with the flow. Watch the blessings come in for you. This is the energy I got for you. I hope that it resonates, and if it did, please give me a like, comment down below, share it with your family, and y'all already know I'm very grateful and thankful for everybody watching.